corporate presentations, I invite Mr. Suryanarayan CS, Country Category Manager, HPE Aruba India, to offer his presentation. Surya leads Aruba India's product team, delivering innovating solutions in the mobile, IoT and cloud era. He believes in customer first, customer last, and stands committed to his customers. This team brings advanced, innovative, and ahead-of-curve solutions to keep customers ahead of industry and build on product solutions, strategy, support, price, experience, and be part of customers' success. Wireless was his passion for a while, and now integration of things, realistic AI, and user experience is driving him and his team. Virtual office desk at home, network with sixth sense, self-healing, self-remediating networks, zero trust security, contact tracing, software-defined LAN, self-delivering WAN, user experience are few topic teams have delivered and can be heard in today's conversation.
Happy New Year to everyone. It's been a while we connected in such event where again digitalization, IT plays an important role. We welcome you all again for Odisha Information Technology Fair. Thank you, Air India, for giving this opportunity. My name is Surya. I'm Country Category Manager for Aruba Hewlett Packard Enterprise Company. So today I will walk you through some of the technology innovations which of course Aruba has done, but at the same time what are the visions of government of Odisha and how partners like you play a key role. It's very important to note the world has changed a lot for various reasons. Maybe one may say COVID, one may say pandemic, but the fact is it would have changed today or tomorrow. So with that, it's very important to understand the play of a partner, and partnering with Aruba is so critical that we take you a step ahead of curve. So with that, I just like to give a brief. I just went through what are the visions of Odisha government as such. It was quite interesting to me, especially from the Chief Minister himself, giving a vision of Mo Sarkar. Mo Sarkar is Oriya term, I know that. But the fact is the way that being linked to 5T vision, which itself shows you that technology leading to transformation and time. Believe me, time is something which I always respect, and lost is lost, right? You can either consider current or future time, and this vision is, for me, I felt is very important. At the same time, this also brings in the importance of technology from a transition perspective. It also gave away a few other important points of how services moving into online. Then hybrid model of learning. Today, from last 1.5 years or 2 years, whatever I'm learning is hybrid. Rather than hybrid, it's predominantly a model where I am learning from my peers in online. And more importantly, earlier we used to go to an office. We never had a culture of working from home. Today, we have a culture of working from home. But important is we are connecting beyond boundaries. I'm no more connected just to my colleagues. I'm connected across the world. So hybrid model exist. Other important aspect which I really liked was on adoption of IoT. From an Indian context perspective, I always used to see that IoT or Internet of Things was stuck at a CCTV camera or a printer, or these were the aspects. Moving forward, I'll tell you a smart building in Odisha will come with a lot of sensors. It can be either on thermostat or a lighting or people sensors or digital, I can say thermostats with a CCTV camera built in. So many other use cases which I feel we humans do require from a perspective which gets interconnected. If you look at the transformation which is happening in a home itself, the first entry point is your Alexa or a Google Home. To that, you connect your AC, washing machine, then TV, then probably wearables and multiple other things. So look at the way the transformation is happening. So that way, I really felt vision of Orissa was linked to technology transformations which Aruba is ready for. And I thought this can be a good context to set across. At the same time, look at the way partner transformations are happening. In 80s, were just resellers, vendors like us. One of the oldest IT giant was, of course, Hewlett Packard. Okay, so we used to manufacture huge boxes of, I can say, computers, size of rooms. Resellers were just reselling a product, meaning a product which was assembled good coming in and just selling it to a customer. Then became value-added reseller, where you had to add few softwares and technology integrations. Then started coming in solution providers, and that's where in 2000s a lot of use cases came in, where people moved to solution provisioning. And I say solution provisioning today, when you say security, security is just not a firewall. It's just not antivirus. It's just not, let's say, AAA box. It's just not an NAC. It's all about how you integrate. How do you integrate multiple solutions to build that as a solution provider? So what we feel moving forward would be strategic service providers, meaning you will not be solution providers, you will move towards service providing. Meaning today, from a perspective of services, user experience was never considered as a services. Moving forward, customer will probably pay you for user experience. Customer will pay you for contact tracing. So he doesn't look at what is in underlay or overlay or a technology, what you look at from a background perspective. So this is the outcome. So from that perspective, this is the way where you look at revenue, service, and strategic value perspective. You also look at how traditional engagement look at and how strategic engagement look at. Strategic engagement will be vertical focused. How do you transform a hospital? How do you transform an education institute? I still seriously remember I used to go to colleges, and when AICTE and TechWhip used to put that IT automation Wi-Fi enablement in universities are mandatory. I enter a campus and I used to see one Wi-Fi router in the reception, and they used to put as Wi-Fi enabled campus. So from there to what today is like a huge transformation. Similarly, how do you do probably a collectorate office in a government building, or how will the new government building in Bhubaneswar will built up to? How? So these are all transformation which happens where you need vertical specific use cases, vertical specific readiness for you to build. That means that you are going beyond a close circle of selling a server or a storage or a PC or a laptop, or from a networking terminology, a switch or a router or a wireless access point, to integrate with lot many software integrations, applications to get into an outcome. So this is where I was just talking about digital transformation, business outcome. So that's the crux of my presentation, where my partnership with you will be on those business outcomes. So at the same time, as a partner, where your focus is and where your focus will move forward, probably from a profit and loss implications, or sales or marketing or services and operational, each changes where I just imagine how we used to look at how do I acquire a skill or hire a skill rather than acquiring competency. Now, I'm not looking at a person who can deploy my network access control. Okay, I'm looking at a person who can integrate my ClearPass MAC solution with a Palo Alto firewall, or with a McAfee antivirus, with my BYOD solution, with any MDM solution. this is a competency they should have. So it is no more just a product deployment. As I told you, it's outcome. How does that policy manager integrate with multiple other security equipments to bring in that secured infrastructure is where we look at. Similarly, when I look at just a partner deploying a Wi-Fi access point, giving a fiber signal, anybody can do. What I look at is that access point as an IoT gateway, and how do I do contact tracing and asset tracking using the same infrastructure as an IoT gateway. So this is the outcome. So as I said, marketing will, from your perspective, is no more a lead generation. It becomes a business outcome. Services is no more reactive and a customer support center. It would be customer success center. Very, very important terminology. Use this terminology in your presentations, that you're moving services to a customer success, because customer success is your success is my success. As a product manager, I always emphasize that part. Having said that, the evolution, the foundation, of course, is the profitability. The differentiation is how valuable it is. Okay, so intellectual property, you may think only a OEM will have, because we do patents and we have the IP. But the fact is, intellectual property you can build moving forward. The reason is you can bring in API integrations with a new application. Just let's take a scenario where education institute says that it should be a contactless attendance for my students as they enter into my class. Okay, so these are the things which will come up as these are already existing. So that integration with an application which you can build or integrate with some other application partner, that becomes an IP for you, because many others may not be able to have that skill to integrate into that kind of deep technology integrations. So this is where the future success will come. You cannot just look at profitability perspective, because it becomes very, I can say, short term. You could have seen people focusing on networking from last 1.5 years. There were no campuses. So that means that the person who used to sell store desktop and laptop, which never used to have such a huge growth, saw a sudden spike. Focusing on security, saw a sudden spike. Focusing on campus solutions, saw a dip. So it depends on cycle to cycle. That's where the value comes into picture, differentiation comes into picture to get you the next generation success. So as we move, how the market training is happening. Market training from a data center, as we moved from predominantly most of them work from home, we moved towards data center focus. We moved towards security focus. When I look at two trends, I look at resource optimization. Then suddenly I saw in data centers people talking about how do I bring in optimization in my east-west traffic? How do I bring latency reduction? How do I bring in more agility? That's when the discussion around fabric came into picture. This is a time when we integrated or partnered with Pensando to bring you that next generation data center solutions. Then came server density and speed. You would have got huge amount of server orders because the amount of hits to the data center started hitting directly through VPN and other perspectives. So this is where we saw the huge increase in the loads. Density started increasing, access ports started growing from 10 gig to a 25 gig pipe or 100 gig pipe. So this is what we see, that we have already seen this migration happening. 100 gig is near from a future visibility perspective also. By 2024, we see this happening across in server density and speed part. Then broader threat landscape, always people were focusing on perimeter security. Perimeter is, I'm not undermining that perimeter security. It's also important to look at how you can build in zero trust networks, meaning that inside your network, inside your data center, when the traffic is flowing from east-west, or when the data packets are moving within your network, how do I get into that kind of segmentation? How do I get into that kind of security landscape? As we move towards security, as I said, see everything, because you saw that in the vision also, IoT is going to be going to penetrate irrespective. So that means that these are headless devices. How are you going to protect them? How are you going to see them first? So this is the most important. First, you need to know it. I always give an example of Aadhaar. Other was to know who are my Indian citizens. That's a unique identity, right? So that's the first part. Then reduce the attack surface. How do you prevent attacks? By either segmenting your network using dynamic segmentation from a Aruba technology perspective, or doing micro segmentation in a data center perspective. So this is one of the key aspects of how do you reduce the attack surfaces. Then how do you stop the breach? This is uh, predominantly we are used to Hindi movies, like where when the murder happens, police comes in, right? So, but in network you can never be like that. I have seen many people calling me saying that now I think they are very open in saying that they got compromised with ransomware. Okay, so the reason is again, first of all, they don't know what is there on the network, and the attack vectors will be opened because they don't know what's connecting into their network. That means that they opened their network to enter. So they are opening up without any segmentation. Obviously, without these two, then you can never detect or block or respond quickly. So this is where the trends are moving towards, and this is where Aruba was ready from the day one. When in 2002 we were born in the Wi-Fi world, in fact, straight away. So today, in 2 decades, Wi-Fi is everything. Finally, I can proudly say that the technology which we grew together is powering the world. Today, I'm connected on Wi-Fi. You are connected on Wi-Fi. You cannot live without Wi-Fi. That's a fact. So believe me, 2 decades of experience which we have, I'm powering who and who of world. I'll just come to that in the next subsequent slide. But the fact is that this the technology which we evolved, the experience we brought into WAD, we are taking into WAN. Means that today I can prioritize the packet, be it in wired, wireless, or WAN. So this is where the new terminology called software-defined coming into picture. So, but self-delivering WAN is what I move one step ahead, assuring that when my packet reaches a WAN, I assure that the packet travels seamlessly in the WAN. I give priority on my Wi-Fi, give priority on my wired. Similarly, we acquired lot many other companies integrated with them. Silver Peak is one of them from a SD-WAN perspective. Then we acquired a Stanford output of AIML called RASA. We integrated this into our central solution, bring you that artificial intelligence into the network. Just look into aspect of how humans have evolved. Humans have 5 senses, right? Now, network, the sixth sense which we talk about is intuition. Okay, so very few humans have it. But from a networking perspective, believe me that today Aruba is the only company which can give you not only artificial intelligence perspective, which can predict any issues which can happen in the network, but it can predict and auto remediate. So this is the first of the instance where we are ready to automate your network from a perspective where it can go to one step ahead of curve. So at the same time, we also spoke about user experience. How do I deliver user experience or assure user experience was when I integrated a company which I acquired called sensors. We can now call it as UXI sensors. This sensor will imitate you, then work with all the application platforms, work with all the networks, and tell you where the latency is, and proactively rectify the network. So this is where the vision is, a very stable vision. Whatever we did today, work from home, we were ready a decade before when US was hit by SARS. That's when people spoke about the solutions of work from home, etc. We were ready from day one. So from a perspective, as I told you, that uh, who is powered by Aruba. I can proudly say 300 of 500 Fortune 500 companies are powered by Aruba. You can see some of the great names like Harvard University or US Department of Defense or University of Cambridge or Walt Disney or Home Depot. Similarly, we have huge names in India and outside. So at the same time, we have huge defense certification, FIPS, common criteria, DODIN, and etc. other certifications. So some of the use cases, just to give a few run-through examples, Texmark under energy, because I know how important Odisha is from the country, building energy and manufacturing. So I just thought to give some of the examples where we sold solution which is IoT ready APs and beacons to do I can say push notification and multiple other use cases. We also became edge partner sensors. At the same time, the ecosystem of compute and storage was deployed to get you an outcome which no other companies could do that. 50% maintenance saving with increased uptime, safe exit wayfinding that is using my beacons. Then failures detected, alert faster. That is your using your IoT sensors. We can integrate with companies like ABB and put sensors into those refineries and alert, bring in an alert faster than anybody else. So similarly, in manufacturing, we worked effectively on Industry 4.0 automation. We brought in artificial intelligence insight, leading to overall performance gain. Then obviously you can read some of the English like immediate reduction and bottlenecks, and more importantly, we brought in predictive AI-powered maintenance. So that's what we did. We can take you to the next step of how Aruba can help you in your Industry 4.0 transformations. So the master case study which we always talk about is the most secured building in the world, the Pentagon, is powered by Aruba. Now that itself speaks miles about what technology we are, and if Pentagon has deployed Aruba in their building, no doubt any other building in the world should be powered by Aruba. So that's how these are the base which has been set. Partnering with Aruba will bring you to that next league of technology transformation. Takes you to the current need. Current need is the AI automation, artificial intelligence and IT operations, then edge to cloud transformation, because apps are moving very fast from on-prem to cloud, and you will see that cloud transformation happening. More important thing is how do I bring in financial flexibility using my as a service model, and critical part is the simplicity and scale which Aruba can deliver to you. So as I said, proven from last 2 decades, from last 15 years, we are market leaders. The future is edge. Now, the edge from a noun perspective, we define as a place where work gets done and data is generated by users, device, and things. But from Aruba perspective, we say that edge, no doubt, is critical. But how do I connect that edge? How do I secure that? How do I derive insights out of that? That's what Aruba will deliver to you. So with that, we also look at a few other aspects like your way to win. At the end of the day, you have Aruba with you. How do you make me to win that customer opportunity? So we drive critical part of differentiation and expertise. We bring in those aspects, and we also have a huge partnership and community which can help you into that. And more importantly, it's a huge TAM. That's a total addressable market we have in the networking space. So as I told you, as a service options, a role of what Aruba can do and what partners like you can deliver. Predominantly with the new age technology, obviously you will be looking at how do I make into that kind of technology tomorrow. That means that I can make you do this tomorrow with as a service model. So do contact us. We'll be able to help you in doing this partnership and take you to the next step in a faster manner. At the same time, what are the opportunities to grow with Aruba? Incremental opportunities, which includes your transformation around cloud, SD-WAN, AAA, NAC, BYOD, then mobile engagements, which is around contact tracing or asset tracking and those aspects. Analytics, which includes like on scripting and bring you those next generation network analytical engine within your network. Then multiple other, I can say, vectors of region-specific trends. At the same time, SMB market is very vast. In your region, it's very important that we have an instant-on portfolio which addresses that SMB market specifically with both wired and wireless product lines. Value-added services, we do have professional services, advisory services, and other things. As I said, I can make you do this from tomorrow. Certifications, we have lot many certification to bring speed to your technical knowledge. It can vary from mobility, switching, security that surrounds CAPAs and design. So do get in touch with our team to look into it. You can probably start with associate and move up to the edge expert. Okay, so we do have a lot of trainings, leverage that, sales rep, technical trainings, mobile learning. In fact, we can publish this calendar itself. So you do drop in a mail, I'll be able to help you with this. These are all hyperlinked. You can see the huge amount of specific trainings you have. All this is possible with one key messaging called Aruba Edge Service Platform. This is the one which helps you to ways of connect, detect, analyze, and act. The subsequent slide will help you with understanding what is that ESP framework is. When I connect, I look at connection from multiple vectors of IoT, LAN, WAN, including your 5G. That means that using my Wi-Fi access point, you can do 5G offload. You already saw transformation happening with Wi-Fi calling. Most of the service providers are offloading that calling to my Wi-Fi network. So that's how the connect part is. Today, connect is assured. Then comes the protect part. This is where zero trust security framework comes into. We play a key important role in this protect layer. At the same time, this is where people started moving towards the last piece of analyze and act. So this is where I was telling you that we leverage that RASA integration with artificial intelligence. I just don't analyze, I can act, I can rectify before the problem happens. And lastly, as a service, we spoke about it. From a business value proposition perspective, you can read through points like intelligent insights to the business. We deliver simplify and secure operations, innovation, and so having said that, where do I play? This Aruba Edge Service platform can play into all verticals. I'm not limited to any X vertical. In public venue, I have built stadiums with use cases integrating with an ecosystem partner called ecosystem partner for stadium experience. Similarly, I have built education, I have built hospitality, healthcare, retail. In retail, I can give examples of electronic shelf label. Sitting in Bhubaneswar, I can change the prices across India dynamically with that ESL tax. And if I'm going and searching for equipment in your store, that equipment can glow and say, I'm here. That's kind of experience which I can give. So this is where key aspects of manufacturing and hybrid workplace can be looked at. You can interconnect with these use cases. When I say Wi-Fi based, I can say automated guided vehicles. One of the largest e-commerce customer in Bangalore uses my solution to leverage these AGVs in his warehouse. That means that warehouse is run by bots, robots. That's what we look at. So each vertical have amazing use cases. We partner with great ecosystem partners like Zscaler, Zebra, Notion, and multiple other hundreds of partners, each giving different use cases. Having said that, transformation and innovation around hybrid work and learning is critical. I'm linking this up with the vision of what government of Odisha talked about. By simplifying the IT automation, work from anywhere is the new concept which we look at. Then we also look at hyper-aware environments, especially from a IoT remote environment and LAN to WAN setup perspective. As I said, It's not anymore critical about using all this in silos. How do I bring in together and bring experience and insights as the key aspect? So edge to cloud transformation, very well defined from this, where the edge can be anywhere, campus, headquarter, or a house, work from home or anywhere. The applications are already in the cloud. The transformation of into an intelligent edge to cloud is where Aruba is moving towards. So to give a brief, the top 10, I can even draw top 100, but you need to notice around the new products which we are launching in the market. The product update, if you are not getting through any of these updates, to please get in touch with any of us. We'll be more than happy to deliver all this. We have, as noted on here, everything is key from we both together and growing together. So the key points are like Rahul is part of the Aruba channel team. He'll be a point of contact for you. You all know Raghunath. He's part of our old-time holder for us in Odisha. Then we have Amit, who manages my instant on for SMB portfolio. Why partner with Aruba? No doubt, the clothes which we have, not just from IDC or Gartner, rely on us so that we'll deliver the great required solution to your customers. With that, thank you for your time, and look forward to connect with you and build the next generation technology solutions.
Thank you, Mr. Surya, for sharing your vision on how Aruba is focusing towards the partner ecosystem in Odisha.